Okay, I got this video on my YouTube recommendeds like a month ago, and I never watched it, but like here we are, guys. Deeprun Tram is aimed the wrong way, World of Warcraft Classic. Says they had 200,000 views. Everyone's like, huh? We were on the tram the other week on my character talking about this. It totally is the wrong way. I just want to see how this guy like actually maths this out and proves it. So let's take a look.
Hey my friends, what's up with the Deeprun Tram? Where exactly is it? Does it actually connect Stormwind and Ironforge? Or
how is he up here? Is he on like a Game Master private server account?
if not, would it be long enough to reach if it was laid out into the real world? And does it even line up correctly with the cities? And then of course, what's up with the big undersea or aquarium section? That's what we're going to look at here today.
Hi Nessie.
So when you zone into the Deeprun Tram, you're moving from map 0, Eastern Kingdoms, either here in Ironforge or here in Stormwind, to map 369, Deeprun.
What is this? Wow.export v 0.1.6.5? What is this? It's like some software to look at the in-game map files.
Tram. And you can see right away, it's blank. Unlike other maps that we've gone to, like map 36 Dead Mines or map 47 RFK. And the reason 369 Deeprun Tram is blank is because there's no terrain. The entire instance exists within its model. All right, so here is the entire model for the Deeprun Tram. See over on this side, we have the Stormwind portion with a piece of the Dwarven district, and this little ring right here is where you would zone in, of course. 2 pieces of track. Inside it looks like this.
Okay.
Spin around to the other side. You can see it's so big it almost kind of like renders in and out even in the WoW model viewer program.
Okay.
Here would be the Ironforge side with a little piece of Tinkertown. Again, the ring where we zone in.
Yeah.
And all the track. And then, of course, the center area that's the aquarium or the undersea area that we'll look at in a second with the big Loch Ness Monster dinosaur swimming in it. Looks like this.
Okay.
And we can snapshot this model and bring it into our Eastern Kingdoms map here. And we'll try to line it up with Ironforge
cool.
first. But you'll notice right away that Ironforge is largely hidden inside its mountain here in Dune Moreau. But we can actually go grab that model and lay it in here first.
Dude, this is sick.
All right, so this is the Ironforge model.
Okay.
There's the entryway. Down here, you can actually see a section of old Ironforge, which is this piece right here.
Dude, Ironforge is so cool.
Underneath, this would be the Mystic Quarter where you'd port in if you took a mage portal.
Bro, I'm just saying, if you're a Horde player, can you guys at least admit that the Alliance cities are way cooler? Stormwind City, the music, like the old Ironforge, like come on, at least, like you could be like, okay, look, I'm Horde, but Czar, I'll admit to you, the Alliance cities are cooler. Cool. All right.
Over here is the Hall of Explorers, and here is the section with the Deeprun Tram linked to Tinkertown.
Can't really compete with this.
In the Ironforge model version, there's only one set of track over here. So the whole model, roughly oriented like this. And we can snapshot that now. And if we bring it back to the Eastern Kingdoms, move it out of the way, you can see that we're fortunate that the map includes a little bit at the top of the entryway here, which allows us to line up the interior IF model with its spot on the Eastern Kingdoms map like this. Then we bring back in our Deeprun Tram model.
Holy crap, this guy's a legend.
And we're again lucky that both Ironforge and the Tram model share this section of Tinkertown, which lets us orient our Tram model.
Yep, right there.
And then line them up like this.
Line it up, yep, in. Perfect. Oh my gosh.
And finally, if we zoom out, the answer is a resounding heck no. The tram would not reach Stormwind. In fact, it just barely crosses Dun Moreau.
Oh my, guys, we've been scammed by the tram since day one. It's all a lie. Look at this, man. The tram files are out. I can't believe it. Oh my, WoW has just been exposed.
And if we zoom out a bit more, you can see we still had a long, long way to go to get down here to Stormwind. But at least the model is pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at least it's actually like going the right, like it kind of makes sense. It's just not long enough. Like if it was a little bit longer, it would be fine. Well, kinda. It's not really in the right direction either, but kinda.
As opposed to what we see if we do the same thing with Stormwind. So here's our Stormwind model.
Nice.
And if we zoom out, see the whole thing. Spin it around here to the Dwarven district. You can see the start of the
Guys, once again, Alliance cities are cooler than Horde. Look, I've played Horde in my life. Horde's cool. You know, I'm an undead mage on a lot of my characters. Like, Horde's sick. The cities don't compare. Alliance cities are just better. Like, I'm sorry. It's just true.
Tram entrance would be here. And there is a little section of the model that sticks out here. Again, like Ironforge, only one track. And the whole model would look like this. But fortunately, it's already placed since its exterior on the Eastern Kingdom's map, so we can already see the Deeprun Tram piece of Stormwind here.
So we don't even need to lay it over.
So we again bring up our Deeprun Tram model.
Nice.
You can see the small bit of the Dwarven district on the tram model that we used to line up with the same piece of Stormwind on the map.
Yep. Beautiful. Perfect fit.
And right away you see that not only do we not reach Ironforge, but the tram is aimed completely the wrong direction. It goes...
What a lie, man. Like, what a complete fabrication. This is insane. Guys, we're going the wrong... Like, that's the whole time we've been lied to by Blizzard. Look at this. Look at that.
Northwest instead of northeast. And of course, that's because in the early days, the tram was planned to go from Stormwind to Darnassus instead of Ironforge.
Would you guys rather have had a Stormwind to Darnassus tram instead of the Ironforge? I mean, yes, right? Because it takes so long to get to Darnassus. To Ironforge, it's like a 1-minute flight, bro. Like, I'll just fly. Right? Like, whatever. Oh, you know why they did it? Is because if you started in the Darnassus zone, how would you get to the southern hemisphere? You'd have to cross through Badlands and then like Syria. Like, you'd have to cross through the mountain. It would be like Frodo going through Mordor or something. Like it would be brutal. How would you actually get down? There would be no way. And then if you started in Stormwind, or like if you're a human and you wanted to get up, you could go up to Red Ridge. But then how would you actually get up from here? You'd have to go through the mountain. Yeah, so I guess it wouldn't. I guess that's why they did it. I guess that does make sense. I guess that actually makes sense, right? They would have had to do 2 trams, or they would have had to do like some type of boat or something. The Menethil boat. But what if you started as a human? If you started as a human and there was no trammed Ironforge, how would you actually get to like Dunmoreau or like Wetlands? You would have to like go down to Booty Bay, take the boat to Ratchet, and then like somehow run to Theramore, take the boat to Menethil. Like, oh, you could take the tram to Darn and then take the boat to Darkshore and then take the boat to Menethil. That could actually work. I think I'd still, yeah, I think the tram to Darnassus would just be such good quality of life. Anyway.
And who knows why they changed it. I'd actually love to hear theories if you had any. But that trip certainly does explain why the middle has this undersea area in the tram. And if you played in the old days, like I know many of you did, this was one of the coolest and most mysterious places you'd run across in the game. And here it is. It only goes as far as the ocean floor section you can see in the model here. It's a bit tougher to show from the water, at least on my private client, because the effects turn the screen very blue. But if you go beyond the borders of the model, you're instantly out into the nothingness of the void. But a very cool area.
Super rad, yeah.
Of course, the most famous inhabitant
Nessie.
would be Nessie, the dinosaur. It's actually a raid level, but neutral mob. There are also level 42 or 43 basking sharks. There are friendly deep run divers. And there is one level 56 neutral Naga Siren. Maybe meant to be like a mermaid or something else, who knows. But a very cool area. For sure, it's also the very center of the tram and is the spot where the 2 tram cars meet and pass each other on their way to their destination cities. So there you go, the answers to the questions I laid out at the top of this video. Where is the tram? Well, when you zone in, you're moving to a new map, map 369, which has no terrain and is only populated with this big model. And no, this model would not reach from Stormwind to Ironforge. And while it does line up well with Ironforge, when you line it up with Stormwind, you can see that you're actually moving out in the ocean toward Darnassus, which is why the model has this cool undersea area. And that, my friends, is our deep dive into the Deeprun Tram. If you enjoy WoW maps and models and exploration with occasional bit of hardcore gameplay thrown in and want to help me on my final push to 10K subscribers, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching.
I'll
I hope you
subscribe.
have a great day.
Wait, he already has 16K. Legend. Yeah, we'll throw a sub over. Bro, that video was fantastic. I think he has a couple more too that might be worth checking out. I just can't believe we've been lied to this entire time with the tram, guys. It is now exposed. We know the truth. So we're not blind to it anymore. Every time I'm gonna go in the tram now, it's gonna be a completely different perspective on life. Just gonna be like, wow, this is just, what, 369 is just another instance. We're not even anywhere really. So there we go.